I'm literally in here folding my clothes, watching this special Ali Siddiq just dropped for his father on Father's Day. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Ali Siddiq, what's wrong with you? Two, it was what you come to understand, a dedication, a ode to the love that he had for his father that you find out at the end passed. What I love so much about Ali Siddiq, different from my favorite comedian, Cat Williams, it is what it is that he truly understood how to transmute the pain that he has been through for his highest good. I will forever stand on my soapbox about doing shadow work because it's a continued thing that you do all throughout the journey of your life, because you will encounter trauma in many different forms, many different ways to test you, to rise to the occasion of who you are meant to be. Now, he clearly is tapping into his gift. I did not pull his chart or any of those things. I just came to give you a candid review of this special about his father. He discussed some very painful memories that I'm sure was painful at the time that he experienced them. Some were funny and filled with humor, satire, things of that nature. A lot of it was traumatizing. He used it and his own life experiences that took a turn. What he did is gave homage to the spirit world or metaphysical acknowledgement without even knowing it, when he said at the end how his dad called him. He answered, which he wouldn't normally do. Right before he leave for a special, he'll wait till he land and get somewhere. Had a moment that he was able to speak with his dad, tell him that he appreciated him, even though this whole special he's talking about the trauma that he experienced with his father during the time that he lived with his father, particularly in his childhood. The next day, which was Valentine's Day, okay, father's longtime mate, concubine, I ain't gonna call her that, longtime mate, been blowing him up to alert him that in the middle of the night his father passed from a heart attack. He said, oh, Valentine's Day? He know I can't stand Valentine's Day. So I always tell people, as a death doula, yes, I am that too. I was really up in here emotional. I felt his situation, but he said, he know I got Valentine's Day and this nigga gon' pass on Valentine's Day, so I gotta remember the. And Spirit has a funny way of doing that. And it also has the symbolism that he just identified in that moment, because now he has a personal connection to a day that he once despised. His dad passing on it was symbolic for many reasons, I'm sure, but just on the surface, be able to show you, okay, transmute the energy of this day to something of love, the love that you have for me, because I'm no longer here with you anymore. Okay, remember it and have joy on this day. Transmute the energy of this day. Your special about to drop. I'm pretty sure that if that was the domino effect, whichever one he had that dropped, that he's talking about, that preceded before his father passing, I'm sure it did numbers. Why? He had a different intensity of emotion, feeling behind that day now. And that day was now intertwined with time, quantum physics and mechanics that we all know about, right? Or are beginning to hear more about and become more educated on, entangled that day, that moment in time with an intense emotion. Okay, even if it was sadness, it's an intense emotion that I'm sure brought in and drew in a large crowd that probably was feeling that intense emotion. And even if the intensity was transmuted to love, which he said it was, because when he left his hotel room, he walked outside and a man, probably, I think he said homeless, walked past playing We Want the Funk, which was the last story. Listen, this man is brilliant in the way that he tells stories, okay? The last thing that he said is that the man was playing a song, We Want the Funk, which was the last story that he told about his father, that actually started out with how his father was telling him, why you don't never say nothing bad about your mama? And he's like, I don't really know nothing bad about my mama. So the last story was Siddiq narrating what happened with his father, because his mother was being irresponsible and dropped the damn boy off on the hood of his car when he was getting ready to go to a concert. You got to watch it to see, because it's worth every 65 minutes of the build up to it. Yes, and the picture that he showed him was his mother putting him in a compromising situation that led him to be in a concert that he took the picture of his dad with, showing that, yeah, you got something now to talk about. And he did. You see how he just transmuted all the pain, all the hurt that tumultuous childhood lay dormant in, and was then expressed through his street pharmaceutical career, which landed him in jail, that taught him how to manipulate and control energy. You gotta watch his specials, okay? Shadow work 101 for a hood nigga, told to you by a real nigga, in my opinion. And I don't say that very often, okay? I'm from the south side of Chicago. Please understand, I done seen the fake disguise themselves to be real. All right, I've been a pro at detecting it now. Okay, this man is coming to you from the heart, showing you. That's why people love him so much. That's why he's self-made. That's why now the industry can't deny him. And this was not a promo about him or his comedy. But it deserves applause, and it is free promotion. He did what the fuck he was supposed to do. And to drop it on Father's Day, to give ode and respect to his father, so that he can see and acknowledge to the world, okay, the love that he had for the man that still put him in compromising situations, had him selling nose candy at a very young age, putting him in harm's way, all sorts of traumatizing things, right? All sorts of traumatizing. But this right here shows how he transmutes it. And whatever things that he may be still dealing with from the trauma that he's been through, that causes him to only drink margaritas, come see me about that, okay? I will help you. But for now, the lessons that he's giving you guys through his comedy, like most comics, is how to take the things that have hurt you the worst and transmute it into your greatest gift and power. Because baby, that's what shadow work is, and you're gonna continue to do it throughout your lifetime. Now, if for any reason that did not convince you to be following me right now, I think you still like pain, Buki, and that's okay, because I'm gonna keep dropping these jewels for you guys and helping you to see, one, the symbolism in that. There was numerology, astrology in there, in them stories, on the underground. Okay, on the underground, not on the overtone, because consciously he did not intend for that to be the focus of it. The focus was to tell the story about how he has love for his father, regardless of what was told being, negative. This was about love. This was about showing you how to transmute pain and see the love within everything. That notification bell anytime I drop a video. I want you to be informed about it, okay? I want us to grow in love together, because that's how you repair the masculine and the feminine from being apart, bringing them together, okay? I really hope you go and check out is another reflection of exactly what I did with my book, A Hypocrite's Diary. I literally dedicated it to my father, because the person, although you may not feel that someone's absence teaches you something positive, you have to think of, which I go into detail with in A Hypocrite's Diary, is that everything you had to become because of their absence, you can find the good in what it did for you. Even if the good was, like he also said in his special, if the good was, I just don't want to be like this motherfucker, you can start there. I like to analyze things on 7 different levels so that I can try to get as much information as I possibly can, from the root to the head, okay? In regards to how it's going to affect my nervous system, my energy centers, all of that. All right? Yeah. If you haven't A Hypocrite's Diary. You can grab it on Amazon. Click the link down below and check out Ali Siddiq's latest special and let me know what you think about it. Did you see the shadow work in there? Did you see the symbolism that I described? What else did you find in this video that I did not mention? Drop it in the comments.